is game 3 of second match of today. Party to SS study. Oh, sick. Oh, it's Paddy. Paddy Petrus. Take down two and go for it. No mana. Awesome. Middle turret. Let's see. Jesus Walker. What is Bharat doing? Hogan. I think the stream don't know whether stream is still on.
So how are you streaming?
Hmm.
Yeah, I saw your notification restream.
But I think because the net went now.
Hmm.
Okay, successfully connected, but let me check once.
But I'm saying see that no no pillar what we are saying is let's come back. Don't involve in fight. Come back. Let's retreat. That's what I Adi means go for it. Retreat. Successfully kind of control. I thought it will go off. I'm screaming the for now it's happening live. I'm screaming. Not one of I forgot to call power bank. What is this? Laptop charge. Come only for 1 month. American, Paris. Evidence.
Hello,
Let's watch game.
టిఫిన్ ఎప్పుడు తింటాం?
The game will Falcons win or will it be a best of five? Like this game.
100 minutes ఉంటుందా క్లాసు? మా-
Let's see game one.
మాకు 100 minutes
One.
అంటే 9 to 10:40 ఒకటి, 10:40 to 12:20 ఒకటి, 12:20 నుంచి 1. అది ల్యాబ్ అవ్వచ్చు, లేదంటే ఎక్స్ట్రా క్లాసులు అవ్వచ్చు, ఏదైనా అవ్వచ్చు.
I want game two.
12:40 వరకా? 12:50.
They won with joy. Huh? Falcon won with joy. Are the right hand lost with a minor pitch. Wickets. Okay, Iman. Arey, wow. Wow. Okay. Chapter 3. Lab cricket away paradise. I'll goes down as well. Okay, your pen please. They are melting Bellary picture in this numbers. Wow, 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 I am on waiting for also like just to take the car. It will even take oh, why? अरे यार ये स्लैब हेवी है बहुत. Okay. Arrows are very correct. Alas. Uh, Lord, for the future, not engages. I'll also engaging, but really interest, RGs and backlight, five of them, all of them are running. They're fully select. Super Marco, nothing like that. Okay, God, really. So, Lord, thanks. The gold difference, 2.6K gold, ion flame, 2.6 gold difference, yeah, who will engage clap or who clap. But this is because they for someone else for my I want for my laptop. Yeah. Wow, what a pic. Actually, not that. I hope it's not laggy. Okay. Like, bro, this is bullshit. Wanna be. Yeah, vitality is just crawling at this point. There. Robert. Okay. But good game. Good game. Physical game, no side. 2 years of video. Qualified and secure. Go to bed. Or no. Galacticos versus Pro Esports. Okay, okay, come, let's see. Send them to come and see for themselves. Nice has done. They will find a chow also. अरे क्या भाई बता
got on just having a heyday, jumping in. I mean, this is a composition that can just cut off all your angles because you got a Freya, you got a Guinevere. There's, you know, I feel like even for Blink, it's been kind of low-key what he's been able to do with the Carmilla, but it's all part of the plan.
It's a mobile box. Essentially what we've been missing throughout the first week of MSC. The fact that we thought we could win with the Eves, with the more, you know, immobile heroes like Eudora.
Yeah.
What Yangon Galacticos has through Coach Marvs and MGod is they made a mobile box, Joseph. Wherever Blink is where that box is.
And it's a circle.
Yeah.
It's a circle, you know?
It's a tetrahedron.
Exactly. So, you know, that seems to be working so well with a mobile lineup like this. Now this Lord's coming up here. Pro Esports has really struggled, aside from Coily, again, being on this matcha. We've seen it before, you know, the little drive-bys, but trying to get this retribution. Okay, he's not going to get thrown up in the air with that spatial migration. Right now, Yangon Galacticos has advantage around this Lord. You've got a push down bot from Kozin.
Massive fight. Valkyrie's descent, Ying versus 3. Make that 2. SOD thrown out. Han secures it. Will Kozin press it? He's already here. Amongst the fight. Dives the back line. Sanji puts him in half health. Finds one. Make it another. Double kill for this Claude. And that's enough to keep Pro Esports at bay. Yangon with 2 kills and a Lord.
Man, I can't believe that also Ying was just able to buy so much time on this Freya. You know, when he goes Valkyrie form, that's enough to go ahead and keep a lot of the members of Pro Esports at bay. And then it was a great time to just allow the Claude to come in. Sanji, again, 4-0-3, just having a massive game. This is a much more early than what we're used to for Claude's kind of popping off already, having this many kills, but you can already see it. The follow-through off of the setup wasn't working so well. Now Lord will charge into this mid-turret.
If he finds a kit, serves up 1, but it's not going to be enough as the Lord crashes into the base. Kozin throwing these spears out. Coily in trouble with the puissance. The damage reduction ain't enough. It's a 1-for-1. Up right beneath them is their turret fall, and bottom lane shield goes down too. This is defensive Black Dragon form.
Okay, they can use it. Swinging around. Sario and Felix trying to help here.
Felix survives but gets choked back and slammed. 3 have fallen to try and defend.
They'll take this last turret here. Kozen's still up, Pete. Jumping in with that concealed. Just wants to get them off of this. They don't want this game to end just yet. Can they hold this base defense? They've got a wave down bot.
Another Valkyrie's descent. PPP not strong enough to hold out. And there's a Gush trying to kick him out. And there's a massive kick.
Why did Kohli go box?
Bandit right here, right now. One small minion followed by a wave. Yangon Galacticos. An emphatic win, game 1.
Such a quick victory here for Yangon Galacticos. Just barely reaching that 11-minute mark. It just feel like they switched the switch to go, man. They went on go very quickly in this one, and it felt like Pro Esports struggled to find a way to play against that mobile box.
It's so good. But again, back to the point at hand here.
You mean the fact that Rhino Day is available?
Felix, he's just, there's
Yeah,
nothing
what they losing the early game.
to see. Look at
They invade.
what I was gonna say. You had just previously, your Claw's gonna scale up much quicker. You're much more deadly to that, and we all know this. These, whoa. Look at this Eudora. This is what I was gonna talk about.
Early revitalized. 4th out of PPP. One more hit and Kaiser draws first. The flicker in by Kaiser. Double kill from Eudora, striking like lightning.
I don't even have to finish what I was gonna say because I was gonna talk about the Eudora, man, and how good she's been in this tournament for MSC, but just in the meta in so far the past couple weeks even. And you see that a double kill early on as we look at the replay brought to us by STC. Look at the damage you can do this early on. This is why we say it's kind of busted, man. I mean, and then the flicker forward to capitalize on the double. That's dirty.
You know, it was compounding effort. Oh, real quick, up top near the orange. Han falls, Seth finds him, the trade. Coily goes down. Ying gets it. Oh, throwing it out into the wall. One more. And there goes another. PPP. Double kill for Ying. Seth falls another time. Yangon are calling all the shots despite losing the retribution holder.
Oh man, it just got way worse here for Pro Esports. I'm so surprised they continue to hone in, double down on this. Sorry, I'm Felix. He's just, there's nothing he can do here.
No, sir. That's the first turn going to Yangon.
Okay, so our whole concern with the Suyel isn't even the first point to worry about now for Pro Esports. It's just this. It's Kaze just getting another kill off cam. 4-0-2 under 3 minutes.
Kaze the killer. He is chasing Coily and Kozen's kill records from the groups.
He's taking him to the Thunderdome, man. I mean, there's something that you have to be concerned about. And it's just right now, it's all this Eudora in the hands of Kaze, because what is happening is her damage profile is already really great early on, especially when she hits level 2. You get one item, and you can almost, at this point, with this kind of lead, you can basically just one-shot someone with that combo. Hell, even if you get 2, you're even more of a threat.
Nice mount here, coming in. Han dealing a lot of damage. Ying scores another. That is welcome. Will he spin now? There was no one left to bite.
Yeah, it's, again, Pro Esports. This might be another quick one. Coily forced to just kind of deal with this pressure on this side of the map. You've got tanky enough heroes, too, for YG to go ahead and deal with between Ying and Blink. You know, Blink, synergistically between the glue and also Kaze and the Eudora, it just, that's enough burst as well. And you can't really escape from that because you're either getting stunned or you're getting dragged back. Just like what we saw the interaction in the previous game when you had that Drushin. So Sanji goes back with the BMI, he's going to be safe. But this is the hard part here, Leo, is for Pro Esports. Where is that opening? Where is that opportunity then for them to actually get something here? Because originally we thought it would be these arrows with the Selena, maybe the Belrix fight.
I'd say it's off of a perfect arrow, which Sa hasn't yet found.
Yeah.
The best chances would have been before the turtle or during those early skirmishes, but I don't know, something about Sa and Yangon Galacticos being so far up front throws off the accuracy.
And you know what the problem is? Even if you land an arrow in your saw and it's not Kaise, you're going to get stunned and bursted down anyway. So you have to be able to land it on the right target. And right now, that's Kaise. And he's playing so well protected around the team here. Second turtle up. They're going to fight for it.
Throws it out. Han secures with the retribution. There you go. Taking him out. There's VPP. Kaise, very low, but takes out Coily first. Kaise still alive. Han fight VPP. Coily goes down. And now there's a trade. Finally, Pro on the board. 2 for 3. But the turtle still goes over to the Burmese.
Again, they got Kaise, they shut him down, but at what cost? You know, at this point, Yangon Galacticos is happy to go ahead and just take what they want. Objective. Now they're going to take some tier 1 turret in the mid. They get a Sky Piercer on Han. They build up forward more momentum in this game. You know, all of this happening in a 4,000 gold lead at the 5-minute mark. Sanji and Blink and the rest of the team are here. Kaise, so deadly with a dangerous grass as well.
Coily, looking to take down Blink, takes a few Glulings out on the way. 5.5 minutes in, Joseph, I gotta say. Sanji's been getting the gold, the lane experience once again.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about. You can see that too, man. 1,000 gold ahead right now in that gold lane matchup. You know, he's just able to go ahead and hold his own, but just rely on the rest of the team to be here. He's so aggressive with it too against Kozin. He knows Kozin needs some more time to build up on that Moskov, and right now he'll be playing that long lane, playing off the side of the map when it is objective time. But at least this next turtle is going to be towards that side, so we'll see how both gold laners decide to play around it. But you can just see the clear lead right now that Sanji has as he looks to take down that tier 1 turret. They might just go for a swap here, give up this turret over to YG as they scale in forward.
With 30 seconds before the turtle spawns, I feel like there's just too much on Sa's shoulders. Sa is trying to plant snares. Sa is trying to throw out lethal arrows on the right target, mind you. It seems to be Blink right now, but even with all these ults thrown out, Blink might survive. SOD sidesteps in, buys a little more time, but PPP punches him into the ground. A little bit of a kill, some respite for Pro.
Yeah, a bit of a baby step in the right direction that Pro Esports needs. Again, they need to slowly build up here in their own favor, and you know, at some point, you just gotta get what you can take.
Oh, Han is 2 levels up on Coily. Despite the man advantage for Pro, the retribution count is just so much higher. Look, Yangon will secure this easy peasy.
Yeah, even without Blink, you know, there's just too much of a threat right now for YG's lineup. And like you said, I think, you know, this is the big part. It's so much responsibility for Sa to land these arrows. You know, usually when we see these Selenas picked up so far throughout MSC, yeah, you're able to play around the arrows, you know, you're able to go ahead and follow through, but that's if you're not down so much in the early game. And so now, your arrows, even if you land them, you don't essentially have this free reign to just go follow up, get that kill, have the team make it, because it's all just a risk up to this point. Still holding up almost 3 levels now against Coily here, this tier 2 being threatened on the bottom side. Oh, both junglers up on this top side too. We might actually have 2 fights break out.
Oh, it's not just 2 junglers, it's Ying as well. Iframes on Coily dashing through the wall, but Han pursues Sever to take him down. Coily bites it.
And this is why it sort of made sense that the Suyo came through with the Hirara on the other side. At least in some way or another, you have some mobility options yourself to catch up after those iframes and Hirara's dashing around herself.
I mean, one might argue if Hirara has 4 skills.
Yeah.
1,
he's got 6.
3, 4. He's got 6. Yeah. So the math just counts for Yangon either way, especially since Pro are down so much. And now, as you can see, Kaise has taken a little bit of a back foot. Now maybe 2nd or 3rd prio when it comes to damage output. But the map has turned red, and when it's this down bad, the Selena has so much more to deal with, and PPP can only do so much. It's an honest tree, dude.
Yeah.
PPP can't threaten as much of a purified pop from Sanji as he used to in Game 1.
There's none of that flicker combination, you know, that we usually see with Belrix, for example. You need the Revitalize here, though, too, because if you do break out into a team fight, they try to follow through. Eventually, if they can extend it, they'll have some of that magic resist to build up, especially on that front line, to help extend, because there is some potential there. Just like we saw in the one previous fight with the Turtle, where Sarion Felix can burn a flicker, just find Kaise and take out that option.
Tetna's welcome. Poof, throw it into the wall. Now the dash and the sever, putting BBB down. Han scores. Sky Piercer stack. Yes, please. Sarion Felix Brings fighter back. Not enough damage reduction as Han gets a double. Another stack. And now the Lord up next. Young Galacticos puts a black and purple jersey on it.
Man, stacks on stacks right now for the Suyo. Despite his changes that he's gone through, you're still reminded why he was such a threat before. Look at this. Again, lines up the Queller. Just a cool guy. You know, shoots, goes back to the Lord. Here's someone else low. I have Sky Piercer. Let me go grab that double. And just goes back to secure the objective. And this is the problem. This team fighting, as he's chasing. Oh!
As if talking about him in the instant replay wasn't enough, Han does it again.
5-1-5.
The penultimate hero of the M6 World Championships are back. 10K almost up, Joseph. 9,500 gold for Yangon Galacticos. They're about to pop so many holy shields, and the Lord isn't even halfway through the river.
Man, it feels like the 2 days that we had between groups and now knockouts has taken us back 2 months, you know, in terms of the meta.
2 years with Suyo.
2 years even, yeah, in some cases, because Suyo popping off this way, again, it takes the team to make it happen. Oh, again, a Queller, Soul Sever, enough to bring Sariam Felix to half, and now they're going to deal with this Lord. That's your front line.
Gonna crash in. Holy Shield already popped. Young Galacticos can force the issue here. They choose to take the disciplined route.
Welcome?
No, he can just cancel this.
Yeah.
He's fine.
Just throwing some dirt in the back there. Okay, they defend against the Lord. They lose a bit of that health on the turret, though, but all the shields pretty much nearly dealt with here. Let's take a quick look at the items. You can see the disparity across the roles here. You know, at most, the closest that you have is between the XP laners, but, you know, for Ying, he has one job, and that's just using that Daytona's Welcome, tank up a bunch of damage. He's already got great coverage. You know, Radiant Armor for that magic, Chastised Pauldron, plus the Anti-Caress here. He's as tanky as he pretty much needs to be to set things up around that ultimate.
Not to mention Blink, who's just about to get his flicker back.
Yep.
He can go ahead and mount, easily break through the formation, and then scramble Pro Esports. Not to mention how much gold he's making. He's making bank, Joseph. He's eating good bread. Already able to be built the Cursed Helm. That stacks with Eudora's Superconductor.
Yeah, there's this, you know, those things add up, shred through some of that magic resistance that's trying to be built up even by Pro Esports.
And that's just two of them. That's just Eudora and the glue.
Yeah. Again, Ying tanking it up.
Oh, flicker! Dennis Welcome throws it into PPP as he's forced to take root, and Han serves up another, gets another stack, and in comes one more as Sa falls. Might be another Blink down to about a 10th of his HP. Sanji finds him underneath the face, but Coily finally finds one. His first kill in this 11.5-minute game.
Stayed a little too long, but did the damage anyway. 3 down for Pro Esports, facing down 4 members of Yangon Galacticos. They don't have their gold laner, but they will still be able to take this mid-base turret down.
Oh my, look at the veterancy, the wisdom of Yangon Galacticos. They could have forced it. Any other team who's this close to victory would have forced it, but nope, they saw the Lord. We'll take it slow, 10K up. Let's just go for the sure win.
Yeah, they have to go ahead and delay this. They don't want to whiff here. If they actually started this Lord too much without Sanji being up, now that he's alive, they don't want the potential for Pro Esports to go ahead and steal the Lord from them. So they hold it on. It looks like, despite it all, 10,000 gold deficit. Pro Esports is centering around the Lord. This might be one of those cases where they just, trying to make a play happen here. Conceal going to be used by Blink.
Blink finds the back line, compromises Sa, forcing Soriam Felix back. Felix does oblige, tries to fight back. Sanji wailing away, gets knocked out by the Lord. Ying still holds on, and Dennis Welcome. Han secures the Lord, and there's one arrow thrown out. Not gonna be able to stop him, and they will take down PPP first. The trigger discipline on Ying doesn't force anything just yet.
Yep, Ying still has that ultimate available, so taking one down, P will be back up for this defense, but Lord's already secured here for YG. They've had complete control from the moment this game got underway.
Some respite, Joseph. A little bit of a silver lining for the Cambodian fans. Almost max stacks on Han. That's not it. What I'm trying to say is Pros come back from worse.
Yeah.
If you remember their clencher in the group stage, they have fought tooth and nail to take back that final moment to try and get into the knockout. Wait, real quick, another Dennis Welcome from Ying. Coily goes down, blazing the wet into the face. Felix falls, 2 down. I'm not sure they can defend.
Oh, I'm not sure if they can, man. They still got a Lord to deal with here, and it's a fully stacked on 9-1-6.
Waves coming from all directions. PPP falls, Sanji takes him down. Lord underneath the base. Down goes Kozin, and just like that, Yangon Galacticos at match point.
Took a little bit longer, but still, nonetheless, the same result. Yangon Galacticos just dominated in game 2 like they did in game 1. And they're pulling heroes that we're not used to seeing, man, the past couple weeks, the past couple months, but it's all executed so well from Yangon Galacticos.
They've dismantled what Pro understood of the metagame.
Yeah.
Piece for piece, roll for roll, lane per lane. They see
They have the prio on Uranus, tempo advantage for sure, and XP guaranteed. So it could work as long as they get, again, tempo and mid with the Hirara.
Yeah. Don't you think Pro might need to ban out an Alice here?
They might. Yeah. I think it's a very, very good combination. It's someone that can actually deal with the Uranus as well.
That Alice gets let through.
We've seen the Ruby picked up, also from YG.
Ooh, they get gold lane bans instead. So they really want to get a better matchup at gold.
Yeah, again, they're just trying to win those matchups. Hirara pick and then winning those matchups individually. So I like the approach from Pro already. Much better than game 1, game 2, but yeah, I completely forgot about that pick. My favorite pick as well. Melissa. Oh, God.
And it's tough because if you go for something like Vexana, you're just going to get eaten up. Now they're forced to play the Valentina, but you have no more reach. Whoa. You go for the Madang as expected, but they cannot reach this Melissa.
No, they cannot.
So that could be a win condition there. YG
Alice.
again.
Yeah. Just close it out with an Alice, or maybe even a... Glue, not really. No, I'd prefer the Alice.
They're feeling feisty. The Sora, technically, there's already the Valentina, but it's going to be mid, right?
Yeah.
Final pick from YG.
I wonder if YG are already thinking that they've won this and they're taking their sweet time with the last pick.
I think so. I think they're trying to find the pick to go and, put the nail in the coffin.
They found it. They found it.
Ruby.
It's the
You
Ruby.
called it.
You called it. Good. Great call, Rain Day. Okay. The anti-dash, the pull, they have the combo. A lot of stopping power for the Melissa. This is all in the Melissa. But again, they still have the Eudora. They could easily snowball early on. The Fanny. Theoretically, this looks perfect for Yangon. But if any major slip-ups happen early, then Pro has a chance, which is tough because you're begging your opponents to make a mistake.
Drafts have gotten better each game for Pro Esports, but it doesn't have one more game to go. If you don't get the job done here, you're going home. Your key is crushed at MSC. It's time for YG to either move on into the semifinals or Pro Esports is going to push us to another game in this best of 5. Let's send it back over to Naisu and Leo to kick us off.
Here we go. It's got to happen here for Pro Esports. Yangon Galacticos back-to-back dominant games, but will this draft work this time to get us to another game and get Pro Esports one step closer to moving forward? Or will the key get crushed after this one? Yangon Galacticos, Leo, has been so good, so on point. This draft, though, I wouldn't say is as, let's say, guaranteed as the last 2 games.
There's a lot that they're trying here, especially when they threw the Ruby into Ying's hands.
Yep.
Blink bullying a PPP out of the mid prio. If there is something I might say is Pro, especially at this precipice, at this pivot point in this match, they're putting it all on Coily and Kozin. They put the comfort picks, the Hirara and the Harith on these 2 players, these imports from the Philippines, to try and turn it around. Stroke of genius what they did though, especially with picking the Valentina in mid.
Yeah.
Kind of blocked out Ying Sora.
Yeah, that dealt with it. But I still think that even Ying picking up the Ruby here, serves the purpose of you just have this crazy amount of crowd control that it can help you catch the Hirara if you need to. It can help you catch Kozin if you need to.
Reliable damage too.
Yep, damage. But he also is a way to pop a Purify for Kozin. And you got to remember too, Kozin, this is a signature comfort pick for him. If I remember correctly, this is, I think it's Kozin on the Harith that has the most kills in one game.
Him or Coily. Now they're putting so much pressure. Sorry, I'm Felix. Han draws first blood.
Oh, that's tough, man. Again, you do not want to let these early kills, these early first bloods go in the hands of the likes of Han on a Fanny, mind you. To go ahead and just snowball much quicker. And every time a Fanny's in play, you know that you want to go ahead and just kind of put some pressure on that jungle, especially the purple buff, try to stall her out a little bit. But you get this kind of lead, could be really bad. But first turtle that comes up, they've got the space to work with. Ying's got the level 4. Kaizei's still trying to go ahead and cap it out here just because, again, once he gets that ultimate, that combo is so deadly.
And he will. Yangon Galacticos are in such a dominant position for this first turtle.
Blink flushes PPP out of that pixel brush. Sa has the Wrath of the Dryads, but I don't think that's the best ult to have right now, especially when you're a soft little Valentina at the 2-minute mark.
Yeah, you don't want to just put yourself in that position, but they'll really take it slow here. Bit of a reset. Han goes back to base, wants to get his purple buff, so maybe they just trade it out. Maybe they decide they don't want to. Really good decision here, though, from Pro Esports to just see that window of opportunity, take it. At least it's something for them. So, again, turtle in the hands of Pro Esports. They'll kind of just recalibrate, slow things down a bit. Even with this, again, knowing that you have a Harith in the hands of Kozin, you need to go ahead and allow him to stay alive, build up on there. Melissa's too. You know, there's a reason now. We've seen her pop up a couple times throughout the past group stage days, and she can be pretty deadly when she hits that power spike.
Impressive. Staying the hand for Yangon Galacticos, but Pro Esports knew what Yangon was doing, and they got in there and got the advantage, which is good, because again, oh my lord, sorry, Felix, popping that consecration last second. They're waiting for Kozin's mid-game power spike.
Yeah, it's interesting, though, that there's so much attention up there. You would think, you know, on the Uranus up there in the XP lane for Sarion Felix.
Whoa, Kaiser coming in, but PPP stops the exit. Now here comes the Wrath of the Dryad as PPP gets taken down. Han and Blink walk away.
Okay, a trade. Oh, wait. There's still putting potential up there.
Han walks to the wall. Ying to the rescue. Coily, Retribution. That's a steal on a small camp.
All right, that's what Coily needed to do. You can see he's slowly building up a bit of a XP lead also against Han. Even though Han had those early kills, it's just some of his camps been taken away from him. They've really done a good job. Pro Esports has done a great job of just kind of choosing their fights and slowing down a bit. They're able to catch out Kaise again. This is one of the great things about having that Bedang in the roam in the hands of P. He can actually just kind of take them for a surprise, whether he uses a flicker or not, to set things up for a potential kill. You just have to be able to go ahead and survive once Blink literally comes forward and Wrath the Dryads, like we just saw. And, you know, that's why also when you look at what Sa has been taking, he's got his own, right? I'm not sure if he's really going to change anything other than just having the Wrath of the Dryad for him.
It sounds like the perfect Rochambeau, because right in the middle is Sa, who is relying on what ult he gets. Right now, 2v1. Soria Felix pops the consecration one more time underneath the turret. Not going to be safe here as three of them go for it. They had to send Kaiser up too, but this opens up another turtle for Pro.
Pro's willing to trade, man. You know, if it's Saria and Felix going down, I don't think that's too bad for Pro Esports.
No.
Right? He's just the Uranus. He's going to go ahead and deal with some pressure. As long as his team is trading something for it somewhere else, which happens to be now the second turtle, then that's all good.
Hey, you want to make some omelets? You've got to crack some eggs.
Got to crack some eggs.
And in this situation, Soria and Felix is the egg.
That's a big egg, man. But at this open. He eventually, though, too, even though he's died a couple times, he'll be tanky enough to be that front line for this team, for sure.
Buying time now inside the left side push. Ying gets found out. Coily traded out for. Make that a 2-for-1 as Han finds a double. P falls as well. I don't even know who really started that fight, but at the end of the day, I think Pro have lost the lead that they've built up over the past 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think they both just saw each other and like, you know what, let's fight. Because that's exactly what they did. Let's take a look at the replay. Again, this is all, they're all centered around here. You can just see that double, basically, Wrath of Dryads being set up, but the problem is, because you're fighting that little choke point, and you've got the walls to work with, Han kind of gets that upper hand where he can just kind of cable back and forth.
Like Spider-Man.
Hey, go see it while you can.
Han picks up the Malefic Roar now. A lot of damage coming through, so it's not Sanji time just yet.
Yeah.
Nor is Kaise going as hard as he was in game number 2. So we're expecting Han to be the real Punisher this early on. Especially since Pro has lost that, you know, big 1,000 gold lead they had 5-minute mark. Oh, big wall put up. Blink gets caught. He answers with a Wrath of the Dryad. Han comes in. Control 5. Serves up a kill to Kaise.
Okay, flicker burn from Kaise. Again, really good counter punch there from YG. Pro Esports has to choose these fights a little bit better, but they can start to go ahead and rely on this. Oh, Kozin.
Uh-oh. He drops that Salmon Force. Oh, the cable. Han, maybe one more enhanced basic attack would have taken down the Fanny midair.
They popped the Purify from Kozin. Kozin is going to be that guy for Pro Esports once he scales into this Harith. This third turtle, though, being worked on by Yangon Galacticos. Most likely will go in their hands unless a Conceal's already used. They're going to fight for it.
drop in muddles. Ying skewers. There's the Dryad coming down. And the lineup on Pro Esports are compromised, but Young Galacticos lost a little too much health. It's Pro's going to be making themselves scarce for now.
Yep, turtle secured though by YG. So they fought for it. There was an attempt there from Pro. Pro's still in a good position though, even though they lose that turtle. It looks like they had a hard time with that team fight, but they're still in a really good position to go into that first Lord. That's really where it's going to matter. You can also see gold lane, right? There's a bit of an advantage for Kozin. He had a really good time in the laning phase, has about a 700 gold lead. He's already got the Starlium Scythe worked in, and that's why, you know, imagine one item locked in for that Hereth. You're already seeing the damage potential that he can have in these fights.
And he's on his way to that feather. There you go. So even more, that little moment here in that mid lane, even with that Purify pop, again, he already has that passive resilience coming in, about 30% less he'll take from, you know, the little stuns on Ying or Wrath of the Dryads. This is that mid-game power spike we're looking for coming in from Pro.
And Sa has been pretty good with the Wrath of the Dryad usage. That's one of the things here. Sorry, I'm Felix Manny. They're going for the eggs again.
Yep, this is what he's meant to do. Pops that Purify Consecration as well, buys maybe 2 seconds, but will not stop Yangon from pushing this tier 1 down bottom. But it's not like Coily hasn't been doing work as well. Look at that choppy wave he sent up. And now Sanji gets found out. Why would you take that weird exit?
I'm not sure. Really good choice there from Pro. Yeah, they lost Sorry and Felix again for the 3rd time. But they were able to capitalize a kill on the gold laner of YG, but they also put some pressure on some of these turrets. They want to start to open up the map a little bit here. Just because, again, that Lord's coming up in about 15. You need some space to work with. And some of these off angles is what they can really hone in on and highlight here. Again, having that Bedang, having San the Valentina with the Wrath of the Dryad, with the Flicker available. There's some surprise setups that Pro Esports can play around. So now that Lord is up, see who decides to get in range for this. Coily been very elusive so far in the Harara, able to kind of just utilize these extra brushes across the map, the mobility obviously that comes with it, and then that scalability here built in. So Sorry and Felix needed that Radiant Armor. He's got it locked in now. So again, despite all the pressure he's dealt with, his one job is pretty much to be that front line, that bulwark. So it gives P that option too to go in with this Bedang to set things up. So very slow in this Lord take. I don't expect anyone to take it just yet, as both teams still look to find some opening, some real estate across the map.
Well, I'll be damned. In late July 2026, a dance has been begun, but no, they pick PP off first. And now Coily looking for more. Han picks up Kozin. That's 2 men down from Pro. This is a non-starter. The Cambodian squad has to back off. Suddenly, Yangon Galacticos have all but secured themselves a Lord. Sorry, Felix looking at the come in from the flank. Coily takes a few hits from Sanji. Lord here at a 16th of its health within Retribution range. Han, all he has to do is Retribution now. Yangon Galacticos takes the Lord.
Wow, again, Yangon Galacticos showing their fighting prowess here in these team fights. I was thinking they'd slow it down enough, but again, when you have a Ruby and Ying can just say, you know what, let's go. And he makes it happen again, going in with an I'm offended. Even if it's a tankier member for Pro Esports, they don't care. It's a pull, they can crash down, get a numbers advantage, and that's what happened there in that team fight. So now, Lord in their favor, Yangon Galacticos looking to take down some tier 2s.
Despite all we've been saying about Kozin's mid-game power spike or Coily getting in there, dealing damage, he still doesn't have any stacks on his Sky Piercer. Yep. If anything, he is the most important utility in Pro's team fighting kit. He needs to catch someone. At best, if it's Han, if he can compromise Sanji, but that's how they start fights. No way other can they start anything.
And I think that's why that Melissa pick was really good too. You know, you get that ultimate, that go away from me. You're able to kind of buy some space with it. Good dodge there. Not getting pulled from Ying's I'm offended. But the Lord is still here. So now they've got to respond to this. They are just most likely, I don't expect them to approach the base yet because Yangon Galacticos is still really respecting what Pro Esports' lineup can do. So at most, they take down some tier 2s.
He comes in, finds it, does force Han to back up, but he will fall now. One more for Han. And I think P is getting a little impatient. I'm not so sure how well they coordinated that whole ambush.
Yeah, it just didn't seem like they were ready to follow through on that. And now, again, this Bedang, it serves a purpose. There's a reason why it's there. Oh, no. Tier 2.
Coily! I frame to survive, but in comes Blink. Flicker after the Dryad fights too. that falls as well. And now it's all falling apart. 3 members down for the count. But YG has no wave, so Pro can thank their lucky stars. Felix so close.
So close, but again, this is about all Yangon Galacticos can take off of that push. We'll take down, open up the map, take down the tier 2 turrets. But you're seeing just how much of a struggle it is for Pro Esports even to find an advantage when it comes to a team fight. It's so crucial. Oh, whoa.
Kozen!
Advantage when it comes to a team fight. It's so crucial. Oh, whoa.
Kozen! Dropped the Zaman Force, gets a few shields.
Zaman Force down, though.
Pushing Han back, yes. This is what, a good 20 seconds before Kozen can punish anyone from pushing too deep, but they've already lost their top lane inhibitor. Permanent damage onto the base. Blink with a rather dry to himself. Sanji wailing away. He's gonna fall once more. He does get the wall up, but where's the damage? There's the Zaman Force. Kozen looking to deal a lot of damage. Han might get compromised here. Down on 10 of his health. Kozen doing his darkness, and Coily finds a shutdown. Bro loses just one.
I didn't expect the fight to break out there, but Pro Esports decided to go for it anyway. They thought they were able to catch Blink, but instead there was a counter punch from YG. Although they didn't lose too much, some battle spells were expended on both sides.
That's about as fruitful as it can get for Pro right now.
Yeah.
That turret was going to fall either ways. The fact that they can get a trade out, especially for a roamer in exchange for the mid laner, that's a good deal. That'll help at least stop the bleeding.
Yeah, it's not bad. But again, the Purify is down currently for Kozen. You know, he's got, like we said, he's got the items he needs. You can already see that damage potential, but it's more so being able to survive a fight. Almost all the fights we've seen so far, it's just been a numbers advantage for Yangon Galacticos, because usually it's PP just going down very quickly when he tries to set things up.
Whoa, there's the stolen ult, already spent up, but now Kozen dashing around. He's in the right position. Down goes he, but underneath the Lord, Sanji throws out a needle, takes him down. Now, sorry, Felix bites it as well. 2 for 1, the trade. And this all but spells another sure Lord for Yangon Galacticos.
Oh, again, Pro Esports, just the team fighting is not it right now throughout this series. Even Kozen taking a big shot from the Lord there. You know, he didn't have much room to work with, but he's still got to get up in time for this defense if he can. 10 seconds left on his timer. Mid-turret will go down. They've got some time to walk down this last wave, this bottom wave, to potentially take out the last base turret. So YG will go for a reset. They'll march this one in, walk it down. Sorry, Felix will be back up. They've got nearly all the battle spells that they need here. But same thing for the other side for YG. P doesn't have a flicker, and you know, with the Badang, that's one of the main things that he needs to kind of set things up. So far, just all these setups, man, have not worked.
Okay, fortunately, they are in dangerous grass, so we can find these odd angles. All right, he will be put down about half health. Lord already inside the base.
Got to deal with that Lord.
Pro Esports has to do this very, very carefully. Lord down about half. Kozen still has a Purify. They drop all the damage. Down goes South. Another base up next. Kozen doing his darndest to clear the waves and deal a lot of damage.
They clear the Lord.
And they do clear the Lord, but there's still a wave coming in through mid. And just like that, Yangon Galacticos remain undefeated. Vicious win. A sweep in the quarters.
Yangon Galacticos was not joking around throughout this series. Maybe in game 3 it took him a little bit longer, but it just repeats itself time after time after time. 3 dominant games against Pro Esports here. Again, taking even drafts that we're not used to seeing just a couple days ago. Shades of it. Things that worked, things that didn't, they readjusted, refined. And I'll tell you what, Yangon Galacticos looks like a big threat moving forward.
In every single game, they've managed to dissect Pro Esports' play, denying Coily and Kozen that bloodthirsty play style. They have thrown us back to the heyday of utility jungles. I was going to say mid-game here, I can't believe it. We were Lord dancing again.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen that Lord dance. We've seen a bit of it here and there, but maybe that's a premonition for what we're going to see here in the knockouts. You know, and they knew the weak points of the lineup that Pro Esports brought to Game 3. They really honed in on it. At the start, it was sorry on Felix. They went with fighting for fighting. They utilized that Ruby pick, the last pick they brought to the draft that even Rain Day called.
And those 2 teams will be going.
So it's Falcons and Galacticos moving on. Beyond my team and PH team.
However, Yangon Falcons, they have booked their ticket to at least $150,000 and a semi-final. One more win, one more best of 5, and they will be in the grand final, which has a chance.
Just think, if Yankton Galacticos can beat Philippines team, how good it will be. Just think, imagine. And this I guess Vamos will be winning, and this will be a tough pick, but we believe on the Indonesian, right? We believe on the Indonesian. Good games. Great, yeah. Disabled, okay,
For
streaming.
$1 million if you come into that first place. An amazing thing that's there. And guys, tomorrow looking at it, we've got Team Vamos, Team Spirit going up against each other, and Aurora Gaming and Onyx going up against each other. The last Indonesian representative there versus Aurora Gaming from Turkey, where M Series will be held this year. So that is exciting. Plus 2 great teams in Team Vamos and Team Spirit to kick us off. Trex, LaFell, and before we head home.
Today was amazing. Tomorrow is going to be amazing. I mean, we have so many storylines going on right now. So many amazing teams fighting for the spot. And no matter who ends up there, I feel like it's going to be a great grand finals.
I mean, like, looking at today, the revenge story is starting to become a real thing here because every single team, they fought against each other back in the group stage. And then, unfortunately, we see that Team Vitality bit off more than they can chew, right? I mean, like, it's safe to say, like, they got pretty confident after group stage that they can take down Team Falcons Philippines. So now I'm really not sure what's gonna happen tomorrow. Like, if Aurora somehow loses to Onyx, that would be quite the upset. Speaking of, right now, there's only one representative from each region, from each country throughout the tournament.
Whether it's the club championship, fellas, or whether it is MLBB, seeing new characters and new legends, new histories and new dynasties formed, tomorrow is certain to hold more. So do not miss it. We're going to be right back here where we started, and from all of us here at the crew of EWC, MSC, all of us on studio, on panel, on our cast, myself, Rain Day, we appreciate you, we love you, remind you to never give up, never stop gaming, and we'll leave you with the STC recap.
Great one. Good game, both teams. Okay, we will also decide the